What would happen if I took one of our markers and Miss Garner forgot to put the lid back on it overnight and it stayed here? What do you think would happen to it?
It would dry out.
It would dry out, and the next day when we went to use it, what would happen?
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work, would it? So that's another cause and effect. So what would be the cause of the marker being dried out?
You should put the top on it.
Should have put the top on it, exactly. Have you ever done that? I've done that before, yeah. Okay, so you seem pretty good about cause and effect, so we're gonna think about it a little bit more. I looked on your intervention, your iStation intervention scores, and I looked on your benchmark scores, and that was something that we need to work on, is your cause and effect. So that's why I chose that for us to talk about today. There's some causes, and there are some effects. So I want you to work with your partner and match them up for me, and see if you can find the cause and the effect to make a complete sentence.
There was a hole in the back and the candy spilled.
Now both of you work. Looking good. I like the way you're talking it out. That's the way to do it. Kay ate all of her breakfast because she was hungry. Sounds good. What's the cause?
She was hungry, so she ate all of her breakfast.
Okay, so the effect was she ate all of her breakfast. All right. The movie was over, so Mom said we had to go to bed. What's the cause?
The movie was over.
All right, so what's the effect?
She had to go to bed.
Had to go to bed. The stove temperature was too high, so the cake burned. What's the cause?
The temperature was too high.
Okay, what's the effect?
The cake burned.
The cake burned. Very good. You did a great job. Very proud of you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good job.
Spiders can be scarier than snakes.
Very good answer. Yes, scarier. Scarier is an opinionated word because some people might not think that it's scary, right?
One time I went to to somewhere and I carried a snake and touched it. Oh, George Washington was our first president.
What do you think?
I think me. I think.
Is there anything else that that you'd like to share with us about your experiences with iTime this year?
I've really seen some major growth with the students that I'm working with. A lot of them have not only grown in iStation but moved tiers. I've had students go from tier 3 to a consistent tier 1, as well as it builds their confidence. They're comfortable now being on their own because they've worked in a small group with me, and then they see the growth in iStation and they see how much they're improving. So when they're on their own in whole group class, they're able to really feel confident in themselves and really work harder because they've seen that personal improvement.
All right, over here at Emily Station, we have sentence stems, and you are using the same vocabulary. Ms. Bush put her interactive notebook there, so if you can't see the words and the definitions up there, you have it right here. And if you need to go back in the interactive notebook, you can. An example of this would be, number 5 says scoffed. The teacher scoffed when, and you're gonna finish that sentence. You're gonna tell me a little story about why the teacher would scoff. So you're gonna finish those out, and when you're done, make sure your name's on them because I'm gonna take them up for a grade. Over here we have iStation. You're gonna log in. Most of you, if you don't know your username and password, remember your username is what? Proceed is correct. This table is going to move to the round table. This table is going to move over here, and this table is going to go over there. Quickly. No, it's okay. We'll do it in a minute. I start with my core group, and I pull the analysis that tells you and groups the kids exactly what they're low in, and it's the priority report. And I just go off of that, and I put all my tier 3 groups together, and then I put my tier 2 groups together. Really, the report tells me who I need to concentrate on and have at the small groups. Well, with this lesson, it's an iStation lesson, and what I did was there's a whole group thing, and we did that yesterday, and it was just a passage introducing vocabulary. I have the kids, as we read, we create a vocabulary list and we put it in our interactive notebooks, and I also make a wall chart for it so that they can refer to it while we're at the small table, but also that if they're at a station and they need to go pull their interactive notebook, they have the vocabulary there.
I prefer groups because when we're in one huge group, we usually don't have time to give our opinions because there's so many of us. And so then when we're in groups, there's only like a few of us, so we can give each other our opinions. And then when we're in one big group, she can't have time to focus on every single little one of us. So, and then when we're in a little group, we can focus on each other.